Hey guys, what's up? I'm Roni. Welcome back to Hero Mode Burst. And today we're going to be checking out my updated deck for Dragon Ball Super and my leader, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Son Goku. So, let's get into it. Well, last time I placed my deck online and I noticed I had a lot of trouble with it. As much as I wanted to place energies, that's always my goal for that deck. I wasn't able to really use them, and people have been cutting my hand down so much, which is crazy with Broly deck. And you know, Broly is mainly for destroying your hand and your field once he's activated, and it's crazy before then. So he's more of a, he starts right out of the gate, like tries to take your hand no matter what. Unless he has that Broly ring, he's basically card eater. So I have to find ways to go around that, as well as those Frieza armies, you know, and those Crusher balls. Those are really destructive, especially when I wanted to try placing some high level attackers with that counter, like takes counters away and blockers away, and those Crusher balls really do destroy me. So I updated my deck, and with some help with some friends, and it's been playing really well. There's only like some people that I really do need to work up against, so I'm still working on this deck. But I think I'll place the video of my cards in the last one, and I'll tell you which ones I've taken out, because there's I won't tell you which ones I've taken out. I think you can take it from there. But here you can see that I'm using way too much high level monsters or characters, and in this one you'll see that I changed it up to playing more low level characters and trying to use their effects and use them to my advantage. So I'll explain what I do and how it helps me in ways, especially with this leader card, because with my last deck I just tried to put some cards down. That's mostly what I tried to do, and then I replenished them. But my friend told me that I needed to try to play the slow game, and yes, you need cards on your energy so you can play more people, but you also need to replenish. So with my card, it really helps if I replenish so quickly so I can summon more people down, and I was like, that's a great idea. So here's my card list of what I've done. So I'll show you a little bit of what my overall cards, I'll put it at the end also. So this is my overall deck, and as you can see, there's like a lot of low level, low cost people. So from here we can see that I want to summon a lot of them right out of the gate. The one thing I want to do with this deck is I want to thin out my deck using characters, and also like using their effects, taking things out before I even need to use it. And this will also help me in having so many cards in my hand, whereas Broly always tries to take cards from your hand, and this way I can decide much easier which cards I want to actually take out of my hand. And also the fact of having all these characters that you want to use, and a big part of my play is using evolution premonition for Frost and getting Whis the resting attendant out there, as well as trying to take cards like Majin Buu. So I'll explain it one by one. With that, I'll start with my leader card. Everyone knows my last card. I introduced him last time. I'm using Super Saiyan God Son Goku. When this card activates, choose up to one of your blue energy and switch to active mode. So I use that just to, whenever I place when I start my turn, either way I have to place one down. And then if I have a one energy monster or character, I put Bulma God Tempter so I can thin out the deck starting with that, or use Majin Buu or someone that I can use for energy. And I just have one energy, I place it down, and then if I attack, let's say, or I can't attack my first turn, but the second turn, if I do get that chance, I attack and I replenish my energy. And if I have another one energy, I would use that. So then I'm already building up combos, as well as using the effects to thin out my deck at the same time. So that's a pretty effective turn. And then you already know this guy. He's a pretty great card. He also lets you draw 1 card, and he lets you replenish 2, but only 2 blue energies. Sorry, the last one I didn't announce it, but this only replenishes blue energy, not like every energy. So you have to be very careful on which ones you use. Also, it also gains 5 if you have 5 or more energy, which is why I'm trying to put down as much energy for my leader card, so then he gains that 5,000 attack and he'll be at 20,000 instead of 15,000. So, next card I will be introducing is my lower level cards. So I try to use Bulma, God Tempter, so then I can take out the Whis. And in this way, I have about this Bulma God Tempter doesn't take out Whis Coercion. It only takes out Whis the Resting Attendant, which is the only one that we have yet. I'm placing 3 of these because, I mean, this is gonna help me try to build up my energies. And everyone likes to use Objection, but the thing is that you never know. It's gonna shorten your hand, and if you're playing up against a Broly deck, you really don't want to shorten your hand. You want to have it there. So just take it from the deck, and it also thins it out. So it helps you a lot in that way. So whenever you use Bulma God Tempter, you want to look through your deck. You want to count how much Whis you have in there. So then you can know if you want to use that Bulma God Tempter as just combos, or you can just put it down as energy. That really helps you out in that way too. So with Whis the Resting Attendant, that's what I would use. Only 3 of those, run 3 of those, and Bulma God Tempter use 3 of those. I have also 4 Majin Boos just to thin out my deck as well, and it also is a great help for combos as well, for whenever you need it, whenever you play it. And it only costs 1 blue energy, so that works really well. So when you play this card, you draw 1 card. So it helps you thin out the deck as well. Next card I used is also another 1 energy, which is Kind Saiyan Son Goku. It helps you thin out your deck, and you also get the cards that you want, which the only cards that I have that I usually try to look for as well is 3 Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, because this one deals with critical, and if I have 5 or more, if I already have Whis on the board, then energy that gains is 10,000 power, which is 25,000, and that's permanent. So it's going to be pretty difficult to take them out as well. So always keep your numbers of cards in mind so you know what you're going up against soon. And also I'll reveal them right now. I have 2 Break Son Gokus for this deck because I think this is my highest cost card. Yes, this is my highest cost card because with this one, I'm hoping to use it as a finisher. So once, let's say we already have at 6 energy, blue energy, and 6 red, I don't know, just have 3 blues at least, and you want to evolve Goku if you can. If not, you have to wait for that 7th energy, because if you evolve him, either way, evolve or just play him, he has a double strike, and the permanent effect is once you play him out, you cannot activate a counter against this card, and it cannot activate a blocker during this card attack. So this is definitely a finisher with a double strike, and you have if he really wants to attack you that badly, or he wants to block it off, then he has no other choice. You should definitely combo and try to build him up as much as possible. So to build him up, you can try to use Boost Attack Piccolo. This one only works. Okay. So with Goku God Break, you want to use combo system for him at the very end, using your boos, using maybe a Boost Attack Piccolo. So I'm gonna get into him right now, and I'm gonna explain a few things with him. I'm running 4 Boost Attack Piccolos because he is a very strong attack. Now I may have in the last video I told you that he will gain it for the remainder of the turn once it's a battle mode if you comboed with him, but that's not true. This is it only works for this card. So if you comboed with this card, then he gains. You draw a card, and he gains. Only Piccolo gains 12,000, or I'm sorry, 10,000. So he would be 22,000 in duration of the turn. But because that's not working with him, it's not for him. If we use Piccolo as only combos, then the character only gains 10,000. Yes, he does, but the character gains 10,000 attack, but it only lasts for that one battle, and then you discard it immediately. So that's the problem that we saw, and this, it really does help. It's still a really good card. It helps you out so much. It's as good as those Trunks Protector of Children cards, and also any other red like that you might find, and it helps a lot. So it defends you, and if you want to use it as an attack like your God Break Son Goku and it helps you put more cards in your hand, then definitely go for it. I really recommend it. Alright, next card I will be using Senzu Beans, 3 of them, because this is, again, I'm trying to place cards as well, and I'm trying to replenish them as much. So if you're going to combo during your turns, use Senzu Beans, gains 5,000 attack for the duration of the turn, then choose up to 2 of energy and switch them to active mode. So that helps me replenish, and it can be a red or blue. Again, I'm running a hybrid deck, so we need to think about how you want to use it. So if you have, so the next thing that I'm going to use is for defense for my next turn. I always want to keep 1 or 2 energies going. So that's going to help me with Senzu Bean, and I have to have a blue energy for that. And here's a Whis Coercion. I'm going to use him for countering, and he will replenish my attacks. So from here, I'm going to go to the red side of my... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not done. And then I'm going to use Energy Boost Beerus. I'm running 3 of him because his effect is once you play him, he just destroys any one that you choose battle cards. If you have, like, let's say 2 battle cards, one of them is, let's say he's a God Break Son Goku that you're fighting against. You don't want to deal with that anymore. So just place Energy Boost Beerus if you have the energy. That's 2 blues and any other 2 random. And he has double strike. Beerus has double strike, and he destroys one of them. So you could just take out God Break Son Goku and don't worry about him throughout the rest of the game. And you try to double strike your leader, the other person's leader. So it's really helpful. And from here, I'm going to switch over to the red side of my deck, which is a lot less than on my last cards. I was just placing cards, and I wasn't sure how they would work. And it worked for a while, but it's not the perfect deck that I wanted. And this one's going pretty well. So next one is I'm running 3 Vados assistants because I do not want, with this deck, you don't want to kill your battle cards, your partners, because they're very effective in trying to control the field and letting them use up their counters, letting them use their combos, and everything that they can. So here are the characters that I have as well. So I have Iron Wall Magetta. He's a pretty strong character. He's a 3 energy, and he can't be KO'd in battle. So it really helps. It really helps your battle cards, since he can't be KO'd. He only works against card effects that will die, and so you don't have to worry about him being destroyed as easily. So next card I have are Evolution, Premonition, Frost. I have 4 of these. This guy is my main army basically, because once I place him in my turns and then I wait for the 2 energies, if I gain 2 more, I automatically switch them out. I go to my deck and I start what's called looking for a Frost. Now in my deck I have a high chance to actually find him. Lately I've been finding him like non-stop, like every time I placed him. There are only a few times that I was like, wasn't able to find him. Sucks. But with this guy in my deck, I think so far I might be thinking about adding another Terror Assault Frost. But it higher my chances of actually creating my army of double strikers. So this is who else I have. I'm running 4 Unceasing Evolution Frost because he has double strike and he evolved immediately. Again, this Evolution Premonition Frost doesn't just put from your deck to your hand, it goes straight onto, it evolves immediately into him. So that's a pretty awesome effect, and you get double strike as well. So if he's not ready for it, you're going to attack like crazy. And then here my Terror Assault Frost, which is, I hope to find him early in the game because because if you haven't attacked the leader and he's still at 10,000, I'll read you the effect. He still has double strike, and if you evolve immediately with evolution premonition frost, this card inflicts 2 damage instead of 1. When this card attacks a battle card, so if you really don't like a battle card that this person's playing and he's at 15,000, or if he's higher and then you want a combo for sure, then this is what happens. When this card attacks a battle card, KO that card after the battle. Then, if your opponent's leader card has 10,000 or less power, which is him not being awakened, then you inflict 1 damage to your opponent. So it's still a double. It's still a double hit. Like you take 1 from their life, and you take out the battle card. So if they don't counter and it actually works out that way, it's a pretty amazing card. I'm also running 3 Vados. With Vados, I hope to use, she negates the attack and it's a counter attack. Then you switch up to one of your battle cards. So let's say my Frost. He's a really great card, and he uses double strike. Again, we're trying to protect our battle cards as much as possible because they're trying to control the field and allowing them to use their counters and use their combos as much as possible to clear their field as well as their hand. So we're trying to make them back into the wall basically. So with that, we're using this guy this girl, Vados, and we're going to protect our own characters. We're going to protect, let's say they attack my character and my Frost. I have 2 Frosts that are evolved, and if they attack one of them, I will negate that, and I will activate another Frost so they won't attack that card. So it really narrows it down to who you want them to actually hit, and it's a pretty great card. So yeah. Last card that I have is Furthering Destruction Champa. So with Furthering Destruction Champa, I hope to use him as a combo. This is nothing more than a combo. He may have awesome attack points, 16,000, but this is what you use him for. All you use him for is for someone that doesn't have double strike, you give them double strike. So let's say I'm going to use Overflowing Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Son Goku. I want to use his effect. So if you have a critical on this card, I'm going to use my Champa I'm going to use 1 energy, any random energy, as long as you combo with this card. Choose one of the tagging cards, which I'm using Son Goku Super Saiyan, and he gains 10,000 and he gains double strike. So he has double strike and critical. So he's going to take the opponent's life cards, 2 of them, and drop them right into the drop area. So with this deck, I really hope that it's going to be effective against other people, against cards that I really need to use. And yeah, it's mostly a combo, replenishing, and also drawing deck evolution. And I just really hope to keep going with this deck. It's really fun to play with and amazing to test out. So, yep, that's my updated deck. So I'll place all the numbers again and everything, if you guys didn't catch it, all the way down into the comment section or in the description below. Have fun with this deck. It's really great deck build, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe and comment on the video below if you have any suggestions of moving stuff around or adding stuff in and explain the reason why y'all think that. And thanks guys, appreciate your time. Thank you for coming to Hero Mode Burst. See you guys.